My 31F fiance, 42M, had a fight that escalated to him regretting giving me my engagement ring. My fiancé and I have been together for over 5 years. We have been living together for the past year, and he proposed to me in December 2025. We started fighting because he is not able to control how much chocolate and sweets he eats, and wants my help to go on a diet. I usually end up policing how much chocolate or sweets he eats, and he gets angry if I don't buy them. When that happens, he goes out and buys them himself in very large amounts, which makes the situation worse. After I tried to encourage him with motivational speeches and suggested exercising together, he continued to eat chocolate, saying he cannot control himself. I lost my temper and told him that he can do whatever he wants and asked him not to bother me anymore by asking for help. The next morning, after he got upset, I tried to talk to him and apologized for using guilt as a way to help him. He said he felt humiliated and remained angry. I left for work, and when I came back, I asked him if he had managed to control himself. He said yes, but also said he didn't want to talk about it. About an hour later, he said that maybe he rushed into giving me the ring, and that he felt I was not supporting him enough. He also said that I was not adding anything positive to his life. I don't feel like wearing the ring anymore. He has not apologized for what he said or taken it back. How do I fix the situation? He put you in a no-win situation and then blames you for it. Give him the ring back, block him, and move on. You don't need that crap. Do not sign yourself up to be his mom. You will regret your life forever. He's 42 years old. It's not your job to police his food. What a baby. 21M, my girlfriend 20F, of 3 years spent her family vacation getting close to another guy her grandmother set her up with. End things or keep going if she doesn't cut him off. My girlfriend and I have been together for about 3 years. We recently went on a vacation with my family for a few weeks. While we were there, her grandmother basically tried to set her up with her best friend's grandson, who's fresh out of a relationship. At first my girlfriend said no, but her grandmother lectured her about it, so she agreed to meet him in group settings. Then she had a one-on-one dinner with him. She told me she was only doing it to keep her grandmother happy, and that she felt she couldn't argue with her. She mentioned me to the guy and said he saw me on her Instagram, so he knows about me already. Here's where it gets complicated. She asked if she could go to New Year's Eve fireworks with him. I said yes, but she ended up not going. But even after we left and came back home, she's still messaging him. He sends her good morning/good night texts, photos, suggestions to hang out when she goes back after graduation, and she responds but ignores the flirty stuff. We have each other's logins. I said I was uncomfortable with the situation a few days earlier already. She said she'd respond dryly and drag out replies, and that she'd give it 2 weeks to see if his messaging slowed down. But then basically a few days after saying that, she asked for his number since it's easier to text there. On our flight home, she told me her family, mom and grandmother, think she should explore because she's young. She said she doesn't know if she'll even end up marrying me, and admitted she tells her friends no when they ask if she'll marry me. But then she also said she loves me and doesn't want to explore, and that he's ugly and she'll never like him more than I like you. At first she said she felt guilty about the situation, but now she's calling him nice, sweet, and a gentleman, not like me, and saying it would be good to have a friend in her home country/city, since she doesn't know anyone there other than family. Some context, family and family opinion is really important to her. She's planning to spend time in her home country after graduation before she starts her job while I'm staying in the US, which is why he keeps planning to go and see her then. Also, my family paid for her flight, and we're expecting her family to pay us back. Not sure if that matters for what I should do next. I'm thinking about ending things depending on how our next conversation goes, but I'm not sure if I'm overreacting or if there's a way to work through this. We never really had a conversation on boundaries, but I've always said I'd end things if cheating occurred. Even at the beginning of our relationship, she didn't like me having contact with other girls, so I've cut all contact with any other women since then. End things if she doesn't cut him off or keep going. Grandma isn't your problem. Your girlfriend going on dinner dates and asking about going on a date to watch fireworks and continue to message another guy is your problem. She wants to see this guy or whoever and is hiding behind grandma. End it if she is letting her grandma have this much influence. You don't want to be a part of this family or be in a relationship with someone who would disrespect you this way. End it. I, F25, gave birth and my husband, M28, Wants to travel to his home country because of homesickness. Am I the asshole H for not wanting to go with him yet? My husband is from another country, didn't see his family for a decade, and traveled there for the first time a bit more than a year ago. Since then he's been traveling back and forth every 2 months, usually for more than a month at a time. He's very homesick, and staying where we currently live is driving him crazy. He can't stand being here, and is super depressed. It's mentally very challenging for him to stay here. He's been planning that we'd go there in the end of February. He'd stay there till the beginning of June. I'd come back earlier. However, I gave birth to our son a week ago. I'm in the middle of postpartum challenges and recovering from birth, and I do not feel comfortable with traveling with our baby when he is this young. He will get vaccinations at 2 and 3 months of age, after which I'd be okay with traveling with him, so probably in the end of March. My husband doesn't understand this. He says it's safe for the baby to travel no matter how old they are. And from his point of view, I'm the selfish one not understanding his longing for home and not wanting to come with him in the end of February when there is no actual reason not to come, and when he is clearly struggling to stay here. He said he'd go alone if we choose to stay here. For him it's not being selfish, because I choose not to come when there is no actual reason. However, he already spent most of the time back in his home country when I was in the last weeks of pregnancy. He was there from mid-Sept to beginning of NOV, stayed here for a few weeks and left back home again, and then returned before Christmas. He knows I would need him here. I don't have support network in the place we live in, and he would choose to leave without us anyway, even though the departure would be delayed only by about a month or so. But the way he sees it, I made the situation like this because I choose not to come. Dude's gonna abandon you, or he's gonna trap your ass in his home country. Every 2 months for more than a month at a time. Most immigrants don't return home more than once a year, if that. Pushing 30 and abandoning your wife because you're homesick doesn't fly. I wouldn't be surprised if he has another family over there. That man does not give 2 flying fucks about you or his child. Let him go and serve him divorce papers when he comes back. I'd start looking for a lawyer. F25 M28 Pregnant. Proposed to under strange circumstances, and everything fell apart. I got pregnant after almost a year or relationship by accident, and we decided to keep the baby. During all this time, I was not proposed to, even though we took steps toward the wedding. We found the venue and organized everything. I am pregnant now, and I'm trying not to blame my reaction on hormones, but I've always imagined the proposal differently. He called me outside the house while I was in my pajamas, saying he had had an accident with my car, and that I should come help him get it out. Panicked, I went, and he was waiting for me with flowers and the ring. I said yes, overwhelmed by a mix of emotions and fear, and I asked him to go back inside. At the same time, also today, my best friend got proposed to, and told him in the morning, and we discuss about it, and in that moment immediately after proposal I started to cry because I was overwhelmed, and I asked him, "You didn't do it just because Anna was proposed to as well, did you?" Because ever since I found out I was pregnant, for months now, I've been waiting for him to do it, and he did it today, on the same day my friend was proposed to, probably because he felt pressured to do so, and in that moment it didn't felt something special, but like something that he has to do it just because I am pregnant now and my friend got proposed to, which he actually affirmed after my question. At that moment, his world collapsed. He took the ring back and told me that I am the biggest regret of his life, and that he wants me to have an abortion because I am not a woman that I can appreciate his actions, and nor a person that knows what love is, and what means to a man to actually do this. I did not react well, which I am aware of. I did not was excited but more panicked because his panic with the accident and the place that he chosen. We were in front of our house, close to the car and our neighbors, and it felt weird. Now I realize that I didn't react well. What can I still do? Edit. We basically planned the wedding and baptism because the baby will come in summer and we need to have it everything aligned. But during this time he did not propose, only after my friend got proposed. Now he came and apologized about the words, he said that these are just words. Sorry, can you clarify why you have to repair the situation and not him? He seems like a total asshole. His words are unforgivable. Do you want to be with someone who tells you that you are his biggest regret? You may as well ditch him now. You're going to end up a single mother anyway.